Hey guys, I just saw a new movie. Dora the Explorer, The Lost City of Gold. I guess Lost in City and then, you know, something there is what you generally get from most titles. I really did enjoy the movie. The movie was quite enjoyable, I'll give you that. Um, it was enjoyable. Now, before I begin, I want to just say no, I didn't really think it was a great movie. I thought it was more lively and entertainment. And two, I pretty much thought the movie needed some work in some areas. But let's just talk about the good because this is something I'm really surprised about. The movie itself has likable characters. Characters Dora is just a blast just to have around, or she's basically a blast in the movie itself. She pretty much goes on with her life. Like you pretty much get a sense of like urgings from when she's 5 years old towards her being 15, I guess, and you pretty much get the sense that she still keeps this whole animosity towards her being a quirky person. It shows in the movie pretty much the countermeasures towards what's different from the show to the to the movie. So pretty much 90% of Dora's friends are not real. The only people who exist are Slifer, and Boots. Everyone else is pretty much what you are pretty much just not there, and it's pretty hilarious. Um, but then there are other characters. You have your generic geek, your generic Cinderella. You know, she pretends not to like a person, and then like she goes like, "I like you now." I guess. I think Dora is good. I'm kind of glad they didn't put a whole love dynamic for her and the guy, the nerd. Even though the nerd was pretty much going like, "Yeah, I want to smash." Like, she didn't get the vibe from. It's funny. She didn't get the vibe from him, but she got the vibe from Diego towards the other girl, and I thought that was quite hilarious. Like she knows this, but whatever. But the characters themselves, besides Diego, who pretty much goes for a 360, he pretty much just goes from yeah, we're best friends from childhood towards oh gosh, Dora, this is high school. They'll eat you alive. And then it goes towards yeah, Dora, you're my cousin, best cousins ever. I guess that was that. I guess that's one thing they need to work on is how bipolar Diego was acting, and I think that was kind of silly. But what do you expect? One aspect I did feel like they need to work on was this should have just been a Dora movie in high school rather than a Dora from jungle no to explorer to high school no pretty much yeah it's pretty much the whole concept of explorer to student to explorer then to student, and then I thought wow that's weird. And then I guess the premise, I guess the only thing I feel like they need to work on, they have to work on would be most likely either how some characters change over the duration, because the bully character is like, oh yeah, we're not friends, you got me into this, and then it's like, yep, we're her friends. I now one thing I will say that surprised me with Nickelodeon is how it's being more violent. Like they're being more, like let me just tell you this right now. You'll notice a trend in cartoons and shows and movies when they're trying to be PG. And this is also given because nowadays, compared to like in the 2000s, like one we're in the 2000s, but more in the line before before 2010, any movies from like 2000 to 2010 or anything before 2010, there tend to be a tendency where guns weren't really involved in shows. Like sometimes you just get the, oh, yeah, they'll just point at you and just be like, yeah, we're threatening and stuff. But this movie pretty much just acknowledged the whole factor that the bad guys have guns, and I thought that was freaking hilarious. I thought that was more realistic. Like, spoilers, the guy reveals himself as the main villain. Who would have saw that coming? But that part was weird because there was like seven of them or six of them against him, and they pretty much could have like like dog pile on him and stop him, but they didn't. He caught it in backup. And I was like, oh, what are your goons gonna do? And they come up with guns, and I'm like, oh, that's that's what you're gonna do. I forgot. That's right. And I'm gonna talk about a different movie, the Batman versus Ninja Turtles, because that's another Nickelodeon movie I want to talk about. But holy gosh, is it so good? But back to the Dora. The movie itself is pretty much what it's what expect what you get. It's pretty much what it's pretty good. That's all it is. It's pretty much what you expect or you wouldn't expect when you watch the trailers because let's be honest, trailers look sometimes the trailer makes the movie look god awful or sometimes the movie is just generally god awful to begin with. But it's what you expect from some movies nowadays. Overall, I give this movie 7 out of 10. Okay, bye.